Well, a few days ago, I was having my usual very long weekly conversation with my friend. We never came into the conversation with an agenda. For the most part, we just let the conversation evolve into whatever it tends to gravitate towards. But this particular conversation was both enlightening and insightful for both him and me. Having discussion with someone about a subject for relevance and importance is something that I have long experienced to be beneficial for both parties partaking in that discussion. In this case, although, it was my friend who was sharing about an issue and its resulting outcome that he had experienced. It was also I who benefited from the sharing. As my friend shared what he was going through to him, the information and the insight hidden to him within that information wasn't all that important. To him, it was just another morsel of information that he found in front of him regarding the issue he was trying to work through. But what he shared to me was ever so clear to me because I was not involved in that issue, so clarity for me was easy. I'm of the firm belief that everything happens to one for a reason. And this means both good and bad events and outcomes if there are truly such things. In my friend's case, the most recent event he found himself in, but which also surrendered up an insight to him, was especially troublesome. But, oh, what power this event will show itself to hold in the coming months and years in my friend's life. And he doesn't know any of this because he is too much involved in the process to be able to stand back and clearly see what it was the life brought to him embrace this weekend. But fortunately for him, took what was preferred and it did the work it was meant to do with him. It showed him the true light in the situation he was embedded in for now, several years. One has to understand that watershed moments that cross one's path through life do not necessarily cross in front of us. With a flashing neon signing blazing at us with the words, I am a useful insight, be sure to use me. No. If only it were that easy for humans working to be. But one has to understand that if they're truly and sincerely, genuinely working to resolve an issue that is standing in front of them and that has refused to get out of their way for some time now, that any answer that comes from a place inside that person that they know not where it came from is something that should be closely adhered to and held on. I may have lost some of you with the long sentence, so let me rephrase. When something occurs inside you, the proverbial light bulb over the head moment understands that these types of true insights are given to you during that moment. They are not something that you created. Rather, these moments were also within you and could only now, because you cleared your mental field, be seen by you. And because of this, it is now your responsibility to take what was shown to you and put it good and incorporated use in our life. Understand that life shows those who sincerely want to know answers that they are seeking, but also understand that it is not going to be you or any part of your conscious mind that is going to give you the answers you seek. The answers are going to come from within you. The answers that you seek, but they are not going to be your answers. Any such answers are only going to be more of the same garbage that you came up with that didn't work to help you out of the situation you're still in. Understand understand that when information that comes to you that you just know in your heart of hearts is an insight, which this information needs to be seen by you and allowed to settle into your daily life as it is meant to do. My lifelong friend has this kind of insightful moment where information was presented to him whom his stomach through and is now incorporating into his life and existence. This was a moment of revelation that came to him during a time of strife and stress in his life. And this insight is going to have lasting impressions and impacts on him in ways that he can't begin to now fathom. Life is not going to be the same for him again. In some ways, that will be good. In some ways, it appears bad to him. His life, but overall, his life path is going to be forever changed. If you're looking for the answers to your questions, for a good starting point might be for you to understand that life will give you the answers you want when you're truly ready for them and be able to use them as they are meant to be used. Until then, they sit in the shadow of darkness in you, awaiting their moment in the light. Care to do the work to shed more light in your life. If so, be prepared for changes. And again, it's not always going to be fun ride thereafter. But it is going to be new, exciting, and growth inducing. And isn't that the true life we all strive to live deep inside? Because we know that this is what makes life worth living.